So I have upgraded from the M3 Ultra to the M5 MacBook Pro 16GB base model actually. And yeah, why have I done that? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that in today's video. And today's video is also unscripted and it's going to be very lightly edited. So get ready for some rambling, some problems finding English words, stuff like that. So if you are going to eat or do something like that, I think this video is going to be pretty long. So you can sit down and yeah, watch me talk about why I just went from the M3 Ultra to the M5 MacBook Pro 16GB with everything, video editing, going to video edit on it, music production, everything. And I will fire up something here and maybe film it with my iPhone and see if maybe I have to edit that in, of course, but yeah, see how it works. So if you're new to this channel, welcome first of all. This channel I talk about stuff that interests me. It's technical stuff, it's computers, and it is music production. It can also be other sort of political stuff, but I don't talk much about that because yeah, I can't do everything. But this channel I have focused on testing different computers in music production. So everything from PCs with AMD Ryzen CPUs, and recently now I use Macs. And what we really have concluded during all of these videos is that you really don't need the beefiest Macs available today for music production tasks, unless you have something special needs or you have big orchestral compositions or something like that. But then you already sort of know that. I don't think that's the person that watches my channel. I thought I would make more videos about the M3 Ultra 96GB, but the reality here is that it's a machine that's cost 6 grand or 60,000 crowns here in Norway. And people obviously don't have that sort of money, and that's not a computer most people buy. So the interest of videos there isn't really that high. Maybe for some kind of, oh, that's interesting, but it's not really something you go around and think about. So, but I like performance. I like computers that perform really good. So I got some money from my tax return, so I wanted to buy it 10-11 months ago and try it out. And what can I say? It has worked flawlessly. Anything I throw at it, music production wise, video editing wise, this camera records 10-bit 422 videos, I think, and it's H.265, and it it eats through those videos without me having to make proxies and stuff like that. So for that type of stuff, this works really good. And if time's of the essence, if you need something that's really fast, that works all the time, yeah, you can go out and get the M3 Ultra 96GB or maybe the M4 Max or something like that. But I said in my videos that I didn't really plan to sell my M3 Ultra, but unless I got someone interested in it. So I have been having an ad out for I think 1 or 2 months, and yeah, a few days ago a guy contacted me that was generally interested in this computer, and he also is going to use it for that type of workload, and that requires like 96GB of memory, for example AI workloads and stuff like that. And he was willing to pay of course not full price, that you can't expect that, but a price that I was happy with, and that made me able to try something else instead. The M3 Ultra went a few days ago to this guy, and everything seems to be in order. And now I am stuck with the M5 MacBook Pro 16GB. I bought that because it was on sale. It was $200 off, and I also sold my M4 MacBook Air. So I sold my M3 Ultra and I sold my M4 MacBook Air, and now I only have the M5 MacBook Pro 16 gigabyte 1 terabyte drive. So this is I don't really know how I'm going to keep this channel going. I need to make some content about Apple stuff, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. There are new Macs right around the corner now. The M5 is probably going to be released, maybe even when you see this video, the M5 Pro is out, or the M5 Ultra, or maybe it's an M4 Ultra. Who knows? It's always going to be something new around the corner anyway. But I wanted to get the M5 MacBook Pro 16 gigabytes to really see if this is actually something I can work with, and it seems like actually it is. So even with the 16 gigabyte memory part. So I thought that we can take a look how it works. So I guess I have to use my iPhone camera here, but if let's see here, we can use the 13mm, I guess. 13mm camera. Okay, if this looks bad on the YouTube video, I apologize, but it's unscripted today, so that's. But this is the M5. Okay, so let's take a look here. Okay, there we go, M5. If I start up Ableton Live here, if I press that one, and I hope it doesn't. Okay, the recording is still going, so that's good. Did you notice how fast it's booted up? So if I quit Ableton Live here, just click it again. So Ableton Live is actually slow, usually slow, but it started pretty fast. And I can open up, let's say, a track I'm working on here, and I have to check if the audio recording is working here, so I don't. So nothing. So the video works. It's still working. Okay, so if I press play here now. So this is a track that's more or less finished. So this was 128 samples. As you can see here, it's pretty low sample rate, and I have a lot of effects and stuff going here as well. So, but I can, let's say 512, and we can take maybe play it around here somewhere. And if we open activity monitor, we can see the CPU. You can see that it works. It works pretty good. At least I think it does. Let's go to this part, and we can check the memory as well. Remember, it's only 16 gigs. Let's see memory. You see there. So memory in use. Yeah, working just fine here. Okay, so Okay, I can stop the recording here now. Yeah, so this M5 Mac has 16 gigs of memory, and now it says it's using 13.7 gigs of memory when I have Ableton Live open. Buffer is 2.2 gigabytes. I'm not sure what buffer is. Yeah, actually it says that the size of files buffered by the system to unused memory to increase performance. So I actually have 2.2 gigabytes of unused memory, and I mean this track is, everything is going through all of my boxes here, like the Titan from West Audio, the synths I have recorded, but the X-Max and everything is on like high sample rates, or what is called oversampling and stuff like that. And I have a few EQs which are running linear phase as well. That's also pretty demanding. So for this is a finished project, and it's working just fine for me. I also wanted to talk about video editing, because I edit my videos in DaVinci Resolve, and I can sort of show that how that works on the M5. If I film my timeline here now using my iPhone, when I had the M3 Ultra, I could, like, this is a project, just a regular project. I could like scroll without any problems in the timeline. And if I play back here now, you can see that it's a little bit laggy, like, I don't know. So the it has to sort of I don't know, get up to speed or something, seems like. The video is 50 FPS as well, so it's I guess it's that, but it seems like it's a little bit slower.
You drive a car without a seatbelt until you can't, until you crash, and when something happens, it's nice to have some protection.
But this is 200 megabits video, 10-bit video, 422, and I don't use any proxies or anything, and I'm doing other stuff as well. I am recording, well, audio recording, that doesn't do that much, but yeah, and it's loading the files from an external SSD. But I mean, this is not really a huge problem for me, and the timeline is also in 4K. Everything is color corrected, like color coded here. I don't know if I have any denoise effects. That's obviously going to use a lot of resources, but it's not like I can't work with this. It's not like, is it worth like $4,000 to have it a little bit smoother? Well, maybe if you're a professional, it's worth it, but for me, I think it works fine. And also, I don't really want to do a lot of edits on my videos anymore, because I don't really have the time to do a lot of YouTube videos. I can sit here and talk to you, but I think you can see that in the video on YouTube now, that it's going to be a little bit yeah, uncut, and that's just because I want to make it a little bit more raw than I used to be. So let's see how that goes. In terms of M5 CPU, when I'm recording this video, it's only the M5 that's out, but the M5 Pro is going to be out. The M5 Max is going to come out. Perhaps the M5 Ultra, I don't know, who knows. I might change to the M5 Pro depending on what it costs, because the thing is that this is something that if you know this other YouTuber, James, he is called James Saw, you know, this YouTuber who makes really good videos about music production and Mac. Yeah, James Zahn. I might put up a image of it if I can remember it. I remember he said in one of the videos that I think he still uses maybe a M1 or M2 or something like that. And it's not like I think a lot of people, when they choose a Mac, they think that you really need to get the top of the line specification to make it work. But I just showed you here. This is the baseline M5 MacBook Pro with only 16 gigs of memory. It is running my newest music production project in 512 buffer size without any hiccups. If it was on 128 buffer size, I could maybe hear a little bit. So take that how you want. I would probably want to have an M5 Pro or an M4 Pro, but since this one was on sale, I bought it, and if I have to sell it again, I don't think I have to lose that much. Famous last words, but yeah, I think it just shows that Apple has done something with their computers that, yeah, even if you get the entry-level ones, you are just fine in most cases. And another thing is that I am focusing more on actual music production now, not really that much on the technical side of things. I still think it's interesting. I still might get one of the M5 Pros or something like that. But yeah, saving money is also important. Having something for a rainy day is also important. And do I really need to have a desktop and a laptop? No, I don't really need that. So I can perhaps just stick to one laptop. It's not like we have to do overkill here. Some of the cash can also be in some mutual funds. That's much more smart. But in terms of this channel, I'm still going to be talking about Apple stuff. I'm going to be talking about the CPUs they release. But you are probably never going to see this channel having a huge production value or like sensationalist videos. I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube that tries to I don't know the English word, but it tries to guess what performance we are going to see on the M5 Pro and the M5 Max, and the videos is sort of themed like it's a huge leak and they know how the performance is going to be. And I don't really like make videos about that. I could make a video benchmarking the M5 CPU, take those results like ×4 or or something like that, depending on how many cores the M5 Pro CPU is going to have, and sort of present them as the numbers. But it's just speculation. It's not real actual tests, and real actual tests costs money. You have to just buy the gear or get Apple to send it to you, but I don't think Apple is going to send stuff to me. And frankly, I also criticize Apple. That's something I wanted to talk about in this video as well, because when I started using Apple products, it was because of their software. Because the software and the ecosystem of Apple products was just superior to anything else, in my opinion, at least for what I wanted to do. The only problem with Apple then was the hardware. They used actually started when they used PowerPC, but they then they went to Intel, and it got a little bit better actually. And now they have the ARM CPUs, which are insane in terms of performance. And Apple have always been good with their software, and yeah, I have really liked the ecosystem there. But I'm seeing now when Apple updated to what is called Tahoe, I think it gets worse. I don't like the integration with AI. It feels a little bit forced, as it is in all of the world. It seems like I can't really put my finger on it, so it's just like feelings, you know. But it feels like Tahoe is more buggy. It's not like it's not working for me. It is working, but it's a little bit more buggy, and I absolutely hate the rounded corners. It takes just up screen real estate, and like in Notes, you have like one rounded corner on Notes on the outside and on the window, and then you have another rounded corner inside there again. It's like, why? I actually sent a feedback to Apple complaining about this. So, but I also heard that that designer that have made the decision to do this have been fired or quitted or something like that. So hopefully Apple is going back to its roots, because the thing is, Apple have awesome hardware. Their hardware division is insane. The M chip is really good, but why are they making badder, is that a word? Worse software? So that's, I don't like that. But the thing is I'm focusing on now is, of course, it is music production. I'm going to talk about that in another video, I think. I am doing promotion, and all of the work is from my Mac. I use all of the Apple tools like Notes and reminders and calendar and everything to just keep everything in check. I need to make sure I don't overwork myself. So there's that as well. But yeah. And having a tool like these Apple products really helps out in the music production, obviously. I hope they still keep refining their software and don't use us like a beta testers, and I hope they also reduce the amount of AI in the OS, because yeah, I just frankly don't like it. I don't want it. I want to choose myself if I want to use it or not. So that's basically today's rant, today's video. I'm going to keep using the M5 MacBook Pro 16 gig for a while now, and if there is something you want to see in this sort of video style, you can type a comment below and I might get to it. And yeah, I think that's basically it for today's video. Use what you can, and don't go overkill when you buy stuff. Save the money for a rainy day, and I should also listen to that advice myself. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.